The fighting in Israel is intensifying outside another hospital in Gaza as the IDF continues its campaign to clear medical compounds that they believe are being used by Hamas.
Now, this comes one day after Israel seized control of Al-Shifa, the largest hospital in Gaza. Israel claims that Hamas used the hospital complex as a military command center. Military officials say this is video of a tunnel beneath the compound. All this comes as sources tell CBS News that negotiators are getting closer to an agreement with Hamas to try and release 50 hostages in exchange for a limited pause in fighting and more aid into Gaza.
Lilia Luciano has made her way to Tel Aviv, and she joins us now. Lilia, good to see you. Let's start with the hostages. The report that a deal might be coming closer to fruition. What do we know about it? What more needs to be worked out?
Tony, good to hear you. Lana, same. So there's no deal until there is a deal. There has been so much back and forth. There has been so much negotiations between, of course, Israel and Hamas, with the U.S. and Qatar involved there. The latest reporting is coming from Reuters. They're quoting President Biden, who said that a deal is near. This morning, you saw, Tony, on CBS Mornings, Holly Williams shared a report, an interview that she did with a senior Hamas official, or a senior Hamas fighter, rather, somebody who told her that the deal is very close, if not already done, that the number of hostages that would be turned over, that would be given to Israel, would be around 50, prioritizing children, women, possibly the children with their parents or their mothers, in exchange for the number that's been out there has been a 5-day ceasefire. But of course, we don't know what the deal is until it is official, until it is signed. There's also talks about how many, if any, Palestinian prisoners would also be exchanged in the deal. So, the reporting has gone back and forth. You might remember the Washington Post had almost certainly said that a deal was done. Then there were some questions around that. So we have to tread lightly and wait. Where we are right now, there are families of the hostages who've been camping out here. It's an area in front of the library in Tel Aviv and the art museum that's now being called Hostage Plaza. There are manifestations happening tonight. Today is World Children's Day, according to the UN, and we just witnessed a protest in front of UNICEF where we talked to parents of children who are being held hostage, who are saying, the UNICEF should be involved. If it is Children's Day, if you do whatever you do for children, please help our children come home. And there's going to be more protests taking place tonight. Hostage families are meeting with the Prime Minister as well. And what a lot of these families are saying is, look, the Netanyahu administration is saying number one goal of this war is to end Hamas. Number two, bring the hostages home. And then, of course, there's a list of other goals. What the families are saying is number one ought to be bring all the hostages home above any other political, diplomatic, or military goals.
Yeah, we've seen those protests throughout the weekend, massive groups there trying to bring them home. Lilia, you mentioned World Children's Day. You've done some extraordinary reporting also on those 31 premature babies who were evacuated from Al-Shifa Hospital yesterday in critical condition. They were taken to Egypt today. What more can you tell us about the humanitarian situation in Gaza right now?
What we learned today, and through the remarkable reporting of Marwan, our producer, who is in Gaza, who's been following so many devastating stories, who've been following the trail of hundreds of thousands of refugees making it from northern Gaza to southern Gaza, who's been covering as well the evacuations, massive evacuations of Al-Shifa Hospital. He interviewed one of the doctors who received the children in a hospital while still, the babies, the premature babies, while still in Gaza. That doctor explained that there had been 39 premature babies, that 31 of them made it into his hospital. 2 of them had died the night before. Another 6 had died before that. The ones that had survived were brought in these tiny incubators, 4 to 5 babies in each. And today, finally, those babies were able to be evacuated, 29 of them across the border crossing into Egypt, where they will receive specialized attention in a hospital there in Egypt.
Yeah, and Israel's military is saying it helped deliver some of the incubators and the medical supplies, even as it also launched the targeted operation, as they put
Trying
it,
to balance
on the hospital.
things.
Keeping multiple thoughts in her mind at the same time here. Lilia Luciano, her reporting from Tel Aviv again today. Lilia, thank you.